Hi everybody, I am Barb Steinberg and I'm a parent coach and a teen life coach for teen girls. I have recently had many teen girls come to me in my coaching practice and they are talking about their social lives and how disenchanted they are with them, how unhappy they are with them, how disappointing it is. You know, I'm recording this right now in September, so school has just begun. So after a year of COVID, and not being in school regularly. So they're coming back into their social worlds again. And as I said, so many girls are so disappointed by what they're experiencing. And I really wanted to talk to you, the moms, the dads, the guardians, the caregivers of these teen girls, because I really strongly believe that we have a responsibility to teach our girls how to behave in the world in such a way that they are kind, that they're spreading kindness and compassion and respect. And we have to be the ones to not only talk about that and share our expectations of how they are in the world and how they interact with others and treat others, but we also have to be the role models. They have to see us being kind and inclusive and respectful of people that are very different than us and that maybe we would never be friends with. So when you're out and about in the world, we want them to see us interacting in a way that is kind and respectful with people that they know. They can see my mom and my dad probably wouldn't be friends with that person. They probably wouldn't hang out and go to dinner. So they need to see it so they can experience role modeling and see how that looks. But they also need to hear it from us. So what does that look like? We might be asking them, tell me about how lunch goes in your school. Like, who do you sit with? And who's at the table that you like? Is there anybody that sits near you that you're not really keen on? I can't believe I just said the word keen. That's like from the 1950s. You're not really digging or into. And ask them like, so why is Emma sitting at your table if you're not really into her and she's not really your friend? Is she friends with somebody else? What is it that you don't really like about her? Then you can begin to talk about, so with Emma at the table, how do you treat her? Like, do you ever look her way? Do you ever smile at her? Do you ever say anything to her? Because I often hear girls say, Emma's so annoying. She won't stop talking, or she says, dumb, inappropriate things, or she's so immature. A lot of, judgment, which we all have as humans. It's just our natures. And we're not going to love everyone. We're not going to want to hang out with everyone. But how can I, i.e. your daughter, how can she be respectful and kind to Emma, even though she doesn't really love her? She's not really her person. She wouldn't choose her. So there's that. So, you can get specific and say, well, can you smile at Emma? Can you say hi to her? Can you, include her in the conversation? If she speaks, instead of just turning away and turning your back and ignoring her, can you nod or go, yeah, I get it. That's respectful. That's kindness. Doesn't mean you have to be your best friend. Doesn't mean you have to invite her over every weekend or ever. There's that, but there's also another piece that I really hope that you will talk to your girls about, because I just hear this so often and it breaks my heart for the girls that are experiencing it. And maybe your daughter is experiencing it and her heart is being broken every day at school, or maybe your daughter is the one who is inflicting the pain and not maybe knowing how intense the pain is that she's inflicting. So here's the thing about girls. I'm going to back up for a second. So females have a primal need for attachment. So when you hear the word primal, that means evolution, to evolve. So if you go back to the caveman era and the males are out hunting and gathering the food to keep the village or the people in the cave alive, the females that in general are having the babies, they biologically need to have a need for attachment, or they would let those babies die and then the human race would be extinct, right? So we're built that way biologically. So that's why girls have a very different response to the potential loss of a friendship or the fear of being, exercised out of a friend group, the fear of being excluded. That's very real for a teen girl. We as human beings, by nature, we need other human beings for survival. Again, it's a primal need for attachment. So that being said, there are times that girls will, this is the specific example I'm hearing often. Girls might, outside of school, I'll use Emma again. Maybe Emma and I outside of school, maybe we carpool and I'm friendly with her in the car and we chat and we talk about stuff. Maybe over the summer, me and my friend Madison, we were texting and Snapchatting. I'm sending her funny TikToks and she's responding to them. And then we see each other in school, in classes and in hallways or at lunch. And now I'm being ignored by Madison or by Emma. And they don't want anything to do with me. And why do they not want anything to do with me? Usually it has to do with social status and wanting to maintain security in the friend group that they have. So if I'm the girl that is doing the ignoring, I have a purpose for that. I'm doing that because I might feel on thin ice with my own friend group, and I need to make sure that I remain the cool girl or the popular girl with my friend group. And if I say hi and talk to this girl, Emma, then my friend group might be like, what are you doing talking to her? She's not one of us, or she's not a dancer, she's not a cheerleader, she's not a whatever, she's not cool, she's not popular, why are you talking to her? And there's fear there that if I go outside of the friend group and I'm friendly and I'm kind and warm to other people, that my friend group might reject me too. So that's very real. It exists. And it's very important to girls to have that tribe, right? Especially at school when they spend 8 to 10 hours there a day. So we've got to be able to talk to our girls about understanding the fear around being kind to someone who's outside of your group, and being able to talk to our girls and ask them questions like, so when you see Emma in the hallways, how do you respond to her? Like, do you say hi? Do you smile? Do you ever talk to her? Do you ever sit with her at lunch? And if your daughter's telling the truth, which it might be hard for her to tell you the truth, but if she can feel that you will be non-judgmental about whatever her answer is, she's more likely to tell the truth and be like, well, I don't really talk to her at school. And then you can be like, oh, really? How come? And I'm asking from a place of curiosity, not from a place of judgment. Like you have made a mistake if you are not saying hi to her. And you might feel that way inside because we want to have a dialogue to be able to say, I get it. Like, of course, you want to be a part of this group. And I get it that you would be afraid that if you said hi or talked to somebody else or included them or invited them to come sit with you at lunch, it could put you in a precarious position with your friend group. They might not like it. What would you do if they didn't like it? What do you think they would say or do if you did that? How would you know they didn't like it? Because sometimes girls just assume. And then what would you do? Because let me just say, it takes incredible courage for a girl to say, I'm going to be nice to all these different kinds of people in my school, whether my friends are nice to them or not. I'm going to say hi. I'm going to smile. I'm going to invite them to sit with me at lunch. When they come up to me and talk to me in front of my friends, I'm going to talk to them back. That takes incredible courage if you have fear that your friends will not like that. So we've got to talk to our girls about that. It does take courage. And do you have the courage inside of you? Are you willing to be the leader? Are you in your group? Are you willing to show your group that you can still be cool and popular and still, be tight in your group and also be kind and respectful to others? I know it takes courage. And not every girl is willing to do it. Not every girl has the courage. It's too scary, and I get that. But I feel so passionate about this because I really want you guys, the parents, the adults in these girls' lives, to really talk to them about this, encourage them, role model for them. It will change the state of our schools. It will help so many girls that feel anxious, that feel depressed, that feel sad, that feel alone. It will help so many people. And your girls, your daughters have the power to do that. They do. And we've got to believe in them enough that they will do it, they can do it. And we've also got to show them that we do it too. So I hope that you feel as passionately about this as I do. I just care so deeply for the girls that I work with. And it's just unacceptable to me for our girls to be in pain at school and feel like people won't talk to them and people won't be kind to them. It's unacceptable. It's not okay. And our girls are better than that. And they are stronger than that. And we've got to tell them that we believe in them, that they can do this, and that we understand the risks. But we've got to have consistent dialogue about it. We've got to observe their friendships when we can. When we come pick them up at school or from dance practice or when their friends come over, observe, notice what you see, and gently, lovingly give them some feedback. Gently, lovingly ask curious questions to get them to reflect on their own behavior and how it would feel for them. I'm thinking particularly about a girl yesterday who told me about how she and this girl were really good friends over summer and talked and talked and talked. Snapchatted, TikToks, all this. And then she sees her in school and she's like, hey, oh my gosh, how are you? How's your first day of school going? And she was sitting at a table with friends, and my client sat down kind of on the edge of the seat to have a conversation with her. How's your first day of school going? And she's like, fine. And then she turned her body away to talk to the friends at the table. I mean, blatant disrespect, blatant unkindness. And we understand why, but we've got to talk to our girls to have the courage to not do that. It's just not okay. You can still be kind to people and have your friend group, but you've got to have the courage to do it. So I hope that you'll have these conversations with your girls. Let me know how they go. If you want help in talking with your daughters about their friendships, which is a huge subject, I'm so happy to offer parent coaching. So anytime you want, just reach out through my website, barbsteinberg.com. And I also have a parent online course, an e-course that you can purchase and watch anytime you want, as many times as you want. It's called Girls Friendships 101, Everything Parents Need to Know. And it really will answer probably almost any question you have about girls' friendships and how to help your daughters maneuver within them and to have good friendships and to maintain friendships and create new ones and all the bumps and stops and starts that come with girls' friendships. It really helps. It gives you, the parent, the tools you need to help her. So I hope that you'll check that out. Thank you for listening and have a great day.